Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers, and let's get into it, guys. So today I wanted to talk about this little fellow, the Ground Raider. So if you don't know, the Su-39 will be the first aircraft in the game to properly, the Marine Fleet already has one, but it's kinda only for ships. I have to test it out. I will test it out after we show a little bit of this. But this is going to be, as far as I know, the best or the first aircraft that actually has an air-to-ground radar. Is it something very different or crazy or anything like that? No, it's not. It is just a kind of it is a useful thing, but it depends on what you are trying to do, right? But it's cool to see it because the more we go to the future, the more aircraft we will see with these types of radar. Even like, for example, the AK-141 with its Zook radar, apparently it's supposed to have a ground radar. The A7 is supposed to have some form of that. The AJ-37 and AJS-37, multiple aircraft. Not gonna mention every single one of them. The A6 Tram, every single one of them. They use ground radars. Of course, it's different. I already did a video talking about it. There are radars, for example, that are only used for ground mapping. They're not really used for targets, or at least they're used for big targets or anything like that. But overall, I think ground radars are just a thing that needs to be added overall for fixed-wing aircraft. It's already on the rotaries, on the K-52s and stuff. So why not add it for aircraft as well? And they are basically, very slowly, but still. And also another thing is that the more we go into the future, as I said, the more aircraft we'll have it. For example, the Su-24, the F-111, aircraft like this, F-18, the MiG-29K, more modern MiG-29s in general. There are a lot of aircraft that use these type of modes or radars, right? But let's test it out. So first of all, you can see that we have a normal air-to-air version over here. Medium PRF, as you see. It is pretty interesting because you can actually tilt this radar really downwards due to being a ground radar, right? Here, for example, we are only actually looking for aircraft, as you see. So here it's the medium PRF mode for the aircraft. For example, right there, I will detect the target. Yeah, see? Yeah, I got a lock on it. Then we have a TWS mode for aircraft, as you see. So you can just select it. It's kind of a slow one, but still it can do the proper thing. Then we have a search pulse Doppler HDN, which is obviously the high PRF mode or high pulse repetition frequency. That basically will increase the range on this radar in an air-to-air. We have the same thing with TWS. And then we have two ground modes. So it's the two last ones. As you see, you can see that they are different from the air-to-air mode because they don't have this blind spot as you see on the radar screen over there, right? So yeah, as you see, you don't have the blind spot. You have two modes of it. It's named incorrectly. Right now it's TWS HDN and just another TWS HDN. As you see, both of them are TWS HDN. So it's named incorrectly, but the first one would basically mean that you are detecting a target without being a TWS, right? So it's actually just single track, like normal. It's just not TWS, right? So let's try to show it how it's done. Remember, these radars only work if they are actually detecting something that is moving. So it is a pulse Doppler radar still, right? Even looking downwards in the ground, it is still a pulse Doppler radar, so the target needs to be moving. As you see right here, you can see, let me just decrease the range. Sorry. Oh my god. Yeah. You can see both of the columns of tanks over here. This one is the enemy one that it's moving right there on my nose. And then the next one right on the right side over there that it's moving there. So here you can actually take a look on them and see where the target are. And you can just click the lock button and you will be able to lock a target. Right now it's kind of a weird one. And remember, See how they are displayed the same? It's because, of course, ground radars don't have a way to actually identify if it's an enemy or a friendly. So it's something that you really will need to worry about while attacking ground targets on ground battle, okay? This is going to be very important because you don't want to kill a friendly tank with this, right? So, yeah, as you see, I'm detecting the friendly tanks over here like it's normal tanks, right? It doesn't have an IFF or anything like that. So this is the normal tracking, just like this search pulse Doppler is, right? And then we have this other mode, which is basically TWS. So you can lock it up or just keep a kind of a soft lock. It kind of works weird. I don't know if it needs some refinement, but as you see, you can select them a lot better than the other one, even though it's kind of a weird thing happening here. And then once you select the target, you can just click the lock button and it will try to lock it. Right now, the lock kind of thing is too big, so it's kind of not locking properly sometimes. But once you lock it, the camera will automatically lock onto a target, as you see. And you can fire the missile. Acquiring. Oh my god. I mean, it's supposed to be working, but it's the KH-20. Oh my god, I'm going to crash. No. I'm okay. So yeah, you can just fire the missile and it will be destroyed. So yeah, I'm really heavy right now. Let me just take off these bombs over here. But as you see, you can... I mean, let me just fire these missiles as well. I think they don't work with moving targets, right? Yeah, that's the thing. But let's just ignore those missiles to be a little bit lighter, since we damaged one of the engines. But as you see, it's pretty much like this. You just lock a target, and then, for example, here, I don't know where they are. I'm looking for a target, but I don't see it. So I just select a target on the radar, and now it's locked. I can just put the nose there, and I can fire. And I don't even need to use this camera to actually hit a target. So it's pretty useful, to be honest. People say it's kind of a gimmicky and it's not really nothing, you know. But it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be useful. See, again? You just lock it up with the radar and the TV system will already, like, bring something to the table there. It will already kind of show where you are trying to lock, and you can just do that. You can also, of course, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. It's not locking now, which is weird. I managed to do it before, but anyway, you can see that it is useful, especially when you are just not seeing anybody. If you are in a situation like in a ground battle that you basically don't see anything, you don't see markers or anything like that, you can use this radar to properly just look at the target itself. Let's see if I can actually... Can I change the MFT mode? Let's see. No, I cannot. That would be cool, right? But yeah, it's on the HUD over there. So yeah, we can... Let me just try to use... No, stop. Stop. So for example here, see how it's trying to lock that guy? No, it wasn't able to actually lock it. I don't think it's... That's weird. Yeah, it's not properly locking. Yeah, because I don't have the selector for some reason in... Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. It's trying to lock in the wrong place for some reason. So as you see, it needs some refinement, especially because look at the size of the brackets for you to select the target. Maybe for ground radars, it's better to use the normal mode for selection, right? Kind of weird. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, but see the size of the bracket? It doesn't make any sense, right? That it's this size. So it needs some work, but it is working properly in the sense that you can detect ground targets and engage them very quickly with this. And this is going to be a very, very cool thing in ground battles. Don't underestimate this option for this aircraft. You can actually find, you barely have, you basically don't have a thermals, right? So this thing will be as close as that. As you see, it needs some refinement. Let's see if we can... Yeah, now it's working. So it's the TWS the problem, but it is going to be very, very useful, I think, if the pilot knows what he's doing. Yeah. Critical. Yeah, he stopped, see? The tank stopped, I lost the lock. And that's due to the pulse Doppler. Of course, this is a pulse Doppler radar. So let's just take a look on the Tornado to see if it's actually working or not. So yeah, you can see it right here. We have the Marineflieger Tornado. It's the only one that actually has a ground radar for now. So there are some things that they need to change. For example, don't call it just search. Call it search ground or something like that, because a lot of players just are confused with this. I mean, what is it? If my radar is not working, I'm not locking anything that it's in the air, or not searching for anything that's in the air. So it would make sense that it is at least like shown there, right? Let's take a look if you can actually see if they changed anything in the dev server, to see if we can actually like feel any detections here. There are some tanks moving up there. Of course, I mean, here I don't know if the target needs to be standing still or not. I think this is a different type of radar. It's not an actual like ground radar. It's more of a ship radar in the sense that he searches for larger targets and not really like smaller targets like tanks and stuff. So it doesn't use pulse Doppler to notice the difference. It just detects everything there, and it has sensitivity enough to see a big target. So yeah, as you see, I'm not detecting the tanks. So yeah, this is a complete different radar than that. It's just sea-based, so you can only detect targets that are in the sea, for example. So it's something that it's weird, right? And even here, like, come on, I'm not detecting it. Like, seriously? Yeah, you can see already that it's not working properly. Why is it not detecting this thing? It doesn't make any sense, right? But yeah, now it detects it, but now I'm too close for it. But as I was saying, like, they need to properly implement these things, because it is very fun to have this option. I know, oh my god, it's not useful. Yeah, I don't care about this. Yeah, man, not everything needs to be meta, okay? Not everything needs to be the normal ranked battles that you play every single time on repetition, you know? Stuff needs to be added because it needs to be added, because it has a place in real life. So, yeah, of course, they will try to find an option of actually being able to be used in the game, but it's not like, oh my god, it's the only thing that matters. Now it's working for some reason. Let's see if I can actually kill these ships. Come on. Yeah, that's the air radar. Yeah, it hit the target, and the other one as well. So as you see, it is kind of working. I have to test it out again, for example, against like player ships, because it would be a little bit different. But you know what I mean? Like, it is just something that it's fun to do, no matter if it's useful or not, you know. So yeah, let's just fire this last one, and yeah, hopefully they add more ground radars in the future. Oh my god, I'm gonna get killed by the AA system. Yeah, I don't think the carriers were working back in the day. Yeah, no. Yeah, it doesn't see the carrier for some reason. Anyway, it's not working very well still, you know. It needs some refinement, and I think it's just a matter of they're just getting into it and just properly adding it. But yeah, the Su-39, I think it will be the first one that it's actually useful, right, in a battle. Sorry, because you can actually detect targets that you are basically not seeing, right? So yeah, very, very cool. And of course, as all tornadoes, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you agree that the Su-39 radar will be fun to be used. Anyway, see you guys. Subscribe.